that actually all know each other very well. These teams are playing in tons of competitive circuits, so it gives them all different advantages. Now we are kicking off into the war, heading into this first match with sincere prayer, and we've got the return of those Inferno Drag Riders, but bringing in the Flame Flinger for this, we're starting with the advancement towards a town hall. We can see we're checking out for those Teslas to make sure that there's no issues, that it gets targeted early on. And of course, having the Quake to activate the town hall so we can get that defensive target.
Yeah, with that Flame Flinger, it's going to take quite a bit of time to try to take that town hall down. And we will have an earthquake that can be used, but the thing is, we have to wait till it's taken down for to also set up that funnel for these Inferno Dragons. The earthquake goes down, the Flame Flinger is working through this area. We have to be careful of ground skeletons that can go over to that Flame Flinger that cause a huge issue.
It definitely does. But while this is going, it looks, Skellies are gonna cause some big havoc here right now, holding this off. And I don't know what he's got in it. He's got the loons, the Drag Rider to make its way in. So as the Inferno Drags are coming in, he's got to hold off the Town Hall. DC troops coming out, but he does manage to get it down. And this is a good save for now.
And he's trying to continue with these Inferno Dragons to the core of this base. But we have a bunch of archers. Gaku's base has all these archers that are going to provide so much distraction for these Inferno Dragons. And did he know exactly what to do? And even there's a witch in the mix as well. That's going to be a huge problem. And this is going to stop this attack in its tracks.
Oh, this is playing a little bit dirty, almost as if he knew the kind of approach that he would come in with this. Even with the careful consideration from the start, holding this off, including with that CC. Now, a little more power here from the heroes. King burning his way through, trying to take the advancement for this Royal Champ so she can spare her ability. Gets a freeze down, but does not include the single in it, but he does have one more freeze to help hold this off as long as possible. 50 seconds left to go, and one more scatter to get through. But with the Queen landlocked, this is in a tough situation. It's all about picking up percent now.
Yeah, the Queen really is only going to go for the Builder Hut, the Clan Castle, and then if anything, make her way over to the Gold Storage after her ability. But this is going to be into the 80%, and we've seen it before that the 80% is still pretty low. You need to be getting into the high 90s if you're going to fail an attack, but this is what Queen Walker Stephanie is looking for, and the Queen just takes down that sweeper right there with that shot, adding a little bit more percentage. There's the 88, and very nice try to sincere prayer of Vatang, but Gaku's defense holds strong for the very first attack. Fail another attack in this matchup. It just might be if that's the case, because you know that Queen Walker Stephanie are definitely going to be putting up close to 14-star performances, and Stadra's looking to kick this off here with a Super Dragon attack, using some archers and sneaky goblins to help take down the collectors, the storages down here to the bottom side to help essentially set up a nice little funnel. Where is he going to drop his heroes? Potentially to the left side, looks like. Queen's going to go over to the scatter. And here comes the balloons, and Drag is right down in between. The Warden's down, Stowe Slammer as well. And we're going to have an early Warden. Yes, that early Warden Eternal Toe.
And Stadra's known for this style of play with the Super Drags, where he actually goes for the approach on the Town Hall. We saw it yesterday. We also saw it from some other players a little bit less successfully, because the risk you take is those Super Drags going through the Poison Bomb. Too many go through, you lose out the power that you have. Couple in here isn't bad, as long as he can keep the push through the core, and having one on the outside edge of the base will help. But it's the Stone Slammer position that comes in key, taking on the Eagle, alleviating the pressure off of those heroes and allowing this to really round the corner nice and strong.
And the free spells, the rage spells in the core are perfectly placed so that these Super Dragons are able to get through that. And otherwise it would have been a single target Inferno still in the core, doing so much damage, and has a Royal Champion, has King and Queen ability, and Stadra is just pathing his way through this base, no problem. And that was gorgeous spell placements to capitalize on the Super Dragons to help take this one down. And this is a 3-star indeed for Queen Walker Stephanie.
Queen Walker's coming in with the massive lead here. We're not only talking about the star count, but they're also holding the percent lead. And as you mentioned, and for all those ground attackers, that's what we want to look at. Even when we're looking at these Lalo attacks, we want to see the way they're coming in from the ground with their heroes. And it is Rallo with the Lalo, but bringing it with the Ice Hounds, which I think you and I both agree, this shows extreme, superb, just performance from players. There's a huge thought process in the way that they use these to freeze up radius.
Oh yeah, they are using these Lalos, just amazing what they can do, and he wants to use the Ice Hounds really to provide that freeze effect on an Inferno Tower, as we do have an Inferno Tower all the way in the middle, but the Queen's ability goes off. Town Hall has been secured, and now she's going to continue to step in towards the Air Expo, but it looks like she will not be able to take that down. But the poison spell is already down onto the super minions in the core of the base.
Ooh, getting beautiful value, though, with this King as the scatter shot just goes down. Royal Champ launching that Seeking Shield, cutting through. Use the invisibility just to carry her a little bit longer. And yes, we have this multi-up on the back end, but easy access to pull its way through and take on. But we've not gotten through the core of the base. We have a very tough Lalo to try and get in when you look at this pathing overall, but we do have the Stone Slammer that can take that inline edge and start providing the tank and start absorbing some of the traps along the way. And look at this Ice Hound coming through, looking beautiful with that freeze radius. This is exactly what we talk about, is how you plan it coming in, what you're holding off. Hold off the Eagle and the air defense in the core of the base, giving those loons a little extra bump. Also down at the bottom side, giving a little reprieve. But it's this scatter shot that we worry about. We've got a huge pack of troops through the Warden ability that still have to contend with the multi. The Rage, though, coming in, getting the scatter shot down. Those loons just narrowly power along, but still the multi needs to go down. Electro Owl Warden helping to ping that away. With 56 seconds left to go, we still need to get through this back end, Carbon.
Yeah, we do. With the single target Inferno that is still standing, the sweepers are going to be pushing these balloons back, and they're both pointing in that direction. We have the minions around, but the Warden gets locked down, does at least take that down, but there's probably going to be a handful of traps on this backside, and these Air Expos are going to be too much to push through.
Oh, too much defense there on the back end, and unfortunately, with that Air Sweeper providing the pushback, that is what has really wrecked this Lalo here. And unfortunately, Vatang in the position that they're not able to catch up if Queen Walkers pick up another 3-star.
Yeah, that's going to be a huge problem there. You cannot be failing these attacks when it comes to this stage of the competition. It has to be 3 stars after 3 stars, but that's back-to-back 2 stars, and it's, again, only going to be into the 80% here. Yeah, absolutely. They're going to be trying to push their way through the bracket, and they have that momentum from the upper bracket and continuing their way through. And Gaku wants to keep that momentum going with that Queen Charge Dragon Riders, and he's coming in with the Lightning Spell to take down a Ground Expo, single target Inferno, build a hut right in this area, so he can easily charge this Town Hall with this Queen. Wants to make her go to the left side, but we did see some Teslas that popped up right there.
We did so. QueeN could potentially move in the wrong direction. He does have an invisibility spell that he can always drop if he's in a tough situation and worries about her crossing the wrong way. But for now, the storages seem to be easing her through and pulling her back along to the path that he wants to see her go. And you can see the Sneaky Goblins down also on the storage to ensure that she gets that nice walk inside that narrow corner straight to the Town Hall.
Yeah, this should be allow the Queen to walk her way into the Town Hall, since he did funnel off to the left. Should make her way into the multi-mortar after the storage goes down. And yes, she steps directly in here. So let's keep an eye on if the Town Hall's within the range. Or is it going to hit the healers? It does. And forced to use the free spell.
that freeze. Better than the ability going off, because we want that ability to help charge through the core, particularly as we get into the center where the majority of the defenses are going to be rushing towards her. King Warden combination here is going to be huge. We've talked about Gaku's approaches, and he really likes these heavy hero dives coming in. That Warden providing so much more power to help push along, and that means we're really going to have to rely on those drag riders actually working on their lonesome on a small quadrant of this base.
Yeah, that queen is getting stuck onto this lava hound, and it's going to take her some time. Then she'll have to step in to grab the multi, the sweeper, and the queen on the backside as the dragon riders are going to be making their way off to the eagle artillery, pulling some seeking air mines. The Warden's ability has already been used. Still has the King ability to push his way in, but this Queen is getting some nice value on the backside as the Dragon Riders are coming through and absolutely going to be overwhelming towards the scatter shot.
He just needs to worry a little bit about time. 51 seconds left to go as it's converging together here towards the back end. There's still a lot to worry about, but it should go quickly as long as these drag riders stay alive and well. Loon's taking the lead here, actually taking some of the brunt of the defenses, keeping those drag riders going strong. And with the Queen ability, Gaku definitely has this one in the bag to claim a 2-star lead now for Queen Walker Stephanie.
And it is a 3-star, making it look so easy. Gaku, what a beautiful attack with a swag invis as well. And that was a 3-star for Gaku and Queen Walker Stephanie. And now they're up
2 times over despite their power. But what we're seeing today is the Queen Walkers that we all know and expect. And this is something incredible to witness. But let's see if Vatang can try and pull this through, because there are plenty more attacks in this match still. And PSW can start it off with the 3-star. Again, we come in with a Flame Flinger. Has to be very cautious knowing that Queen Walkers has already baited them once into this.
Yeah, let's see if he's able to have this Flame Flinger get that value with the lightning being used right behind the Town Hall to grab that Inferno. But we're seeing again here with these Inferno Tower, the multis kind of into the core of the base and off to the Eagle Artillery with all the defending heroes are. It is an Air Skelly that did pop up here, and the Flame Flinger should be able to take this Town Hall down no problem right now.
Definitely not. We've got the E-Drag, something that we don't often get to see in the mix, but we are starting to see just a little bit more from some key players. Already starting up the funnel. Great cheatable value here with the 1 on the 3 o'clock edge, and giving the Queen the opportunity to set up the rest of the funnel so this can narrow through inside the base. And what we really do want out of this is that chainable connection, raging it forward, moving through some of the heavy defenses as they work their way along. But the heroes do need to provide quite a bit of support from the back end.
Yeah, these Sea Dragons are going to make their way closer to the Eagle Artillery and pulls out some archers from the Clan Castle and more archers. He did take a poison spell because he thought that, hey, we saw it before, and they did run it again. The archers and the witch inside of this Clan Castle. The double witch actually comes out of that CC.
Ooh, he's struggling to get through, but he's still got a few of these E-Drags up, just not in the core of the base. However, the King, the Queen going for the scatter shot here is huge to help out. They're able to take that on, and we still have the Royal Champ, but we have no support left here from the E-Drags. This is a lot for one Royal Champ and a Queen who's just about to die out to take care of.
The Queen clutched up that multi in the core. Now the World Champion's trying to make her way around. Has one freeze and uses the Valkyrie to tank the Archer Tower to the bottom side as of... No! The Royal Champion goes down! He could have used the freeze spell to try to keep her alive, but we have a Queen now following the Yak, which beats through the wall and gonna allow the Queen to continue his way through the backside of the space. And now it's just a matter of time. Uses the freeze spell to protect the King here, but with just under 16 seconds and a handful of buildings. I don't know if he's gonna get it.
It's so many storages that he's had to go through, and the Queen comes back to health despite all of this.
Wow.
But 4 seconds left, And it is going to be a time fail, 97%. Vatang cannot catch a break against these amazing bases coming in from Queen Walker's Stephanie.
Which have fought so much to get to this point. But now Stars coming in with that Lalo attack, or is it with the Blizzard? He does have the one bat spell to use, probably to provide as maybe a distraction for a blimp or something as it tries to fly in. Let's see how he wants to try to use this.
Yeah, possibly to distract that air defense. We'll see where he comes in from in this direction. Oh, hold on. Oh, we're going in with the Skelly Bat Donut, not the Blizzard Carbon. Throwing us completely off, but taking full advantage here of taking on the multi and the CC troops.
Yeah. He did it, and he got it, and he took down the... I don't think I've seen Stars do a Skelly Donut bat before. Because every time I see him come in with, like, invisibility spells, I'm always assuming it's going to be some sort of crazy angle blizzard from the opposite side of the base. But either way, the blimp makes it to the Town Hall, and the Sneaky Goblins looks like it's going to be taking it down.
Absolutely. Off to a great start. We make that connection from the core of the base to the outskirts, and now the heroes come in to support the remainder. And what this is going to do is narrow out the pathing for the Lalo push down from about the 3 to 6 o'clock side as the Queen works over to 9. We've got the Ice Golem to tank. We've got a nice narrow opening in the core for connection, and that King can work perfectly through into the scattershot compartment. This is offering a lot of power here from these heroes.
Yeah, that King should hopefully keep his way into the Archdive. It has to use that Royal Champion on the cannon, but while that King's going through, the Queen is making her way right down this alley to make her way to the enemy Queen and get that valley. But the enemy Queen now is going to step up towards that King and actually going to pull the King over to the Giant Bomb. Queen's ability has been forced. So this Queen he doesn't have to worry about any clan castle, which is a beautiful thing. But now he's had to fight his way through a multi on the backside. But this Queen is getting some incredible value right through the core of this base.
Yep, taking out that air sweeper, making an easier push for these loons to come in from the 6 o'clock edge. Beautiful power along, and we've got the Warden ability to help clip through, get past that Royal Champion. There we go, get those headhunters clipped in, try and work along. Electro Owl, maybe even get a couple shots off it, but these hastes carrying through very nicely through that scatter shot. Just need to get that multi down. Unfortunate with the passing going along. Freezes it up to try and hold it off as the minions and the Electro Owl were trying to take it down. But it's being quite a bit stubborn here.
Yeah, it has been annoying. The balloon even goes down right there, but he does just take the multi-target Inferno, and these balloons went everywhere but that Inferno Tower, and you can see him smiling right there. It's looking like another 3-star coming in for Queen Walker Stephanie.
And his King still on the board, wrapping his way around. He finished off here with just about every loon he started with. OP minions coming in for that. OP pups helping to take on that multi. And that just might have saved him, considering he had all those loons left over.
But we're going to have to see what Vatang can do to try to answer it. What they're trying to do is just put up a 3-star on the board in another one of these base designs where both sweepers are pointing the same direction, and it's just been stalling Vatang and stopping them, which has been a complete surprise.
We're going to have to see if they've found the way to get around this. First sailing in with the Sneaky Goblin Blimp to take on the Town Hall, start off the section, but we've got the Queen charge to connect this, move along, but coming in from the opposite edge of the base here, working in from that 9 o'clock side, has a CC lure that the Queen can easily take on here with very limited damage coming in. But this is actually kind of an interesting side to come in from, because it means we're going to have to lollo our way through a good part of the core of this base.
Yeah, that Queen should be able to get some real nice value, but there also may be a lot of traps waiting for his healers as he charges into this, because he knows we have the Royal Champion, we have the Eagle Artillery multi, plus the Queen. And if you just walk your way down to the bottom side, there's the Rage. So he's going to have to use a handful of loons, there it is, to try to do his best to protect the healers of this Queen charge.
Yeah, so King's actually going to help force her along, move her way in, and maybe indeed we are going to force our heroes in here and use those remaining loons for some of the back end portion of this, because there's still going to be quite a bit left. And I notice one additional wall breaker here to try and power that queen along. King stalled up and taking on a lot of heat, but does have his ability to try and burn through. We still have the royal champ to try and seek her way in and give the queen and king a little bit more power in this. And here she comes in from the scatter shot position as Lalo works through those remaining defenses that surrounded the town hall.
Yeah, now with the warden freezing up that multi, there's probably gonna be a bunch of traps. Yep, there it is. A bunch of red air bombs. Look at them all, but the warden ability is soaking it and protecting these loons as he makes his way around. And this queen is continuing her charge. There is the tornado trap, but these balloons should be okay from this point. But that royal champion got some beautiful value right through the core of this base.
Oh, absolute value. Taking on the multi, taking on the two air defenses, giving the loons every bit of support they needed. One final AD here, but the queen's already on her way. We even have a cleanup minion and loon to drop in here. No worries, on time. Forewarning, they've been trying to get this 3-star on the board, and they finally get it in. But unfortunately, it feels a little too late. We do see a little victory celebration knowing that they finally took down one of Queen Walker Stephanie's bases to make it into the upper bracket to potentially face off against Queen Walkers should they get this win. I think this victory is all but settled, but we don't count anything out ever. Let's see what Klaus has in store for us today. Coming in with more Lalo, we've got the wall wrecker. And we also have one bat spell here as well. So I wonder if we're coming in with that Skelly bat donut. Yes, we are.
Indeed as well. Klaus gonna try out take down the clan castle. The multi-target inferno. There's another invis and just perfectly, because I was worried that last invis was gonna make the inferno tower invisible, but it was okay. He's trying to take down the CC. Oh no!
Ooh.
No, it stays up right there. How unfortunate for Klaus.
Ooh, so we've got the wall wrecker to come in, but the problem that we're going to have here is the CC troops coming out. Eliminating that gives it a little bit more power. Curious to see what we have in there. Sneaky goblins, maybe some yetis, could also be loons and the drag rider coming in, but this could wreak havoc for Klaus. He is a seasoned veteran, knows how to adjust on the fly, so we do expect to see some adjustments, some adapting, but let's see how it goes about it.
Yeah, the wall wrecker small bomb just pops. Oh, it gets hit by the multi-mortar, and the tunnel should be going down to the sneaky goblins, and there it is. And we do have a lava hound that has been lured out. The queen is going to slowly try to take it down. King's ability goes off as his heroes make his way to the right side of this base.
So already in, we've got the Valk actually helping to work along, clear out this pass. Queen still hanging behind is a good thing, picking off those lava pups while they actually focus on the king, giving her just a little bit more power to work inside this base. Unfortunately, the Yak taking a little bit too far of a lead isn't going to protect her, but the queen can help continue work through. But he's got the Lalo path set pretty well for now, all things considered.
Yeah, this queen can get incredible value with her ability. Look at this. Opened up all the way through the middle. Can grab the sweepers. Can grab the backside towards the enemy queen. But the headhunters are clearing the enemy queen. He's making his way through. And after failing to take out the clan castle with the Skelly Donut, this is still looking really good to path his way through the backside of this base.
Oh, it definitely is. Single on the back end, not going to be an issue for these loons. One more haste to drop down to try and sweep them into the back end. Has the farm, even has a back end loon that can be spared for cleanup or some distraction even for those final defenses. 34 seconds left to go. We do have the storages, of course, to worry about, so we want to make sure cleanup is spread around, but the queen still survives in this whole mix here. And Klaus, despite not getting his value early on, throws down another 3-star on the board for Queen Walkers.
Queen Walker Stephanie on total stars, they would have used 5, and Queen Walkers have only used 4 attacks. It's just incredible, and that's what we've been talking about. That's what they have to do at this stage of competition.
Yeah, Yuta's going to be in a very secure position coming in, but let's see what Lanslada has for us. Sending in the blimp mighty early. We've got the sneaky gobs to take this down nice and fast, and also gets a CC lure again to pull to the corner. A lot of damage coming in, so we see the healers down, but the Queen, we need a rage coming in to potentially hold her strong. He is waiting so close, but forces the ability instead of dropping the rage.
Yeah, he did not drop the rage for the Queen here. Was under too much fire of the Tesla Archer Tower and the Mortar all combined. And now he's going to have to keep his eyes really locked down that Queen, because he cannot lose her through this charge. If he does, then the attack will almost be over, because the Queen needs to basically get so much value for any type of Queen charge, because that's what you're relying on. It's really heavily favored on the Queen charge side, and let's hope that the Queen can potentially make her way into the core by both of those Inferno Towers.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a huge investment on your spell space that you need to get the value out of. So she connects with the King. We'll see how she works along this. King can provide the tank coming in for that scatter shot and some of the surrounding defenses, but he's got one more rage to power her along, and can even use the invisibility spell to get her out of a potentially difficult situation here. Comes in for the scatter, works her way through, has 2 more super wall breaks, but we've got the core open in the base. This is a beautiful position for her, but again, only 1 rage and 1 invisibility to carry through that core.
Yeah, that's going to be a beautiful value for this Queen. It's going to take her some time to make her way into the core, but he can pop this Warden ability. He does just that. Protects these Dragon Riders, making their way through the top side. Rages that Queen up, and she's going to continue her way to the backside of the other Inferno Tower through to the Royal Champion. And this is looking really good so far, as these Dragon Riders are continuing their path around. There's the free spell, and the enemy Royal Champion is going down as well.
Stunning as he works that Queen through, uses the invisibility to carry the Royal Champ across, getting through that scatter shot as the Drag Riders take on the surrounding defenses. That gives the Royal Champ just enough power to carry through. Queen dies out, but the Drag Riders have maybe just enough power to actually get through this back end, clean up surrounding with only 23 seconds left to go. Despite burning through this ability carbon, Lanslada has recovered successfully.
He has indeed, and puts another 3-star on the board for Vatang. Beautiful job right there. Hey, way to close it off with back-to-back triples coming in, and that's going to be a huge morale boost as well for them going into the lower bracket. Indeed.
Let's see if it's going to happen.
We're going to see. Can Yuta do it? Coming in with that Queen Charge Lalo, his favorite attack. And mixing in with the Flame Flinger, unless he decides to switch that up. And look at that. We see some small bombs right on the outside. Giant bombs as well. You want to know why? Warning, put all these traps on the outside to try to stop you from sending sneaky goblins in to grabbing that Town Hall right there. But this Queen's going to make her way to the bottom side and maybe even loop her way in towards the enemy Queen, since there is an open path through there.
It's a nice, easy access. He does need to consider funneling this up just a little bit more, though we do have the 3 super wall breaks. Flame Flinger actually looking to come in for those surrounding defenses here. Was looking to see if there's a Quake to help with the Town Hall. But the Queen already on course. Teslas might actually pull her a little bit further over in the direction here. We'll see if he can get the splash to the Town Hall to actually activate it with a Flame Flinger.
Yeah, the Builder Hut is close enough that the Flame Flinger can do that, but let's keep our eye on the enemy Queen, lock down his Queen. He does end up using that free spell to keep the Queen intact and not forcing her ability. And the Flame Flinger is taking an awkward path, getting pretty close to that Town Hall. And is it within range once it activates? Oh, the Town Hall. No, it's just out of range of the Town Hall, so it's safe right now.
Wow, this is a stunning approach coming in, a very, very risky one, but they're in the position that it wouldn't necessarily matter for the victory. But What they'd love to do coming into this is pick up that perfect war, finish off strong, and the Queen still continuing on a beautiful charge, still has one more additional wall break to power through and push her along into that multi-section potentially. But we've got the King raging up, taking care of cleanup, and the Royal Champ still to actually sec course. I'm curious if we're going to send her in a little bit deeper to go for those multis.
Yeah, the question is only 59 seconds, 1 minute left in this raid, and now just pulling out the clan castle, and he's got to start the lull. Out comes rocket loons from that flame flinger, and they go straight in to take out the single target inferno. He's got to do a 1 minute lolo.
1 minute lulls can happen, but he's got to work fast with this. Again, Royal Champ still in the mix here. Early Warden Tome coming in, spares everything coming through, particularly because of the multi that we have there. Royal Champ able to carry across. We've even got an invisibility. Queen's finally making to the back end of the multi as the loons take on the one in the core of the base, but 23 seconds left, and this base is almost done, Carbon.
Wow. Look at that. With 15 seconds, he got the Royal Champion ability, skips across, and there we go. Yuta coming in with a 3-star and putting up that perfect war for Queen Walkers. Look at that. Who else could get that triple with about 30 seconds in the raid? Just incredible how he stays focused, and he knows, hey, I still have enough time to get this done, and that is perfection at this stage, and they are advancing to the grand finals.
They have secured themselves at least second place in this. This is a huge accomplishment for the Queen Walkers here. Perfect war, nonetheless. These guys have come in not only with perfection, though, on their offensive, but defensively, we have seen just superb power going up against a team like Vatang. So any of the teams that wind up coming through for the grand finals is really going to have to worry about this, but we're going to have to wait to see who will face off against Vatang now. And that's either going to be Tompanai